Hej på dig om Norwegian, svart metal time. This band is perished, and some of you might actually remember that from early or mid-90s or even early 2000s. Band with only 2 albums out and a couple of EPs, couple of demos. It is gone after 2005. However, basically all the important releases by this band has gotten a real release, and this won't be an exception. This is actually their second demo, Through the Black Mist, released on 1st of January 2019. This is a reissue with a bonus track. So, before Perished got into black metal in early 90s, it started as a death metal band, but that was a brief moment. And afterwards, the band started to go to the bandwagon stuff, creating their black metal, and they did a couple of decent, but not great, black metal albums. And now this demo is re-released. My second demo is re-released on vinyl and CD for the first time, it seems. And it has gotten a new artwork, pretty nicely looking one too. And since this is a demo release, it features very old photography of the band and not so much lyrical content, as you can pretty much figure out. Only one song is here filled with lyrics, and then we have this kind of a in memoriam type of picture of one of the members who seems died a couple of years ago. Now this is not the same Tur who was big part of some other Norwegian black metal bands, just the same pseudonym used, so don't get your sad faces here. Now, Perished second demo is very much like typical Norwegian 1990s black metal release. It has kind of a, how to put it nicely, kind of a crappy synths, nice guitar riffs in the very 90s fashioned way, and also the kind of a typical screamy vocals. Now, nothing except for these synths are exactly crappy here. I mean, they're kind of like very much what you would expect from early 90s synthesizer soundbacks. Kind of a something that you could be totally fine back in the days. But nowadays they feel like, man, these sound so cheesy and crappy. Obviously they are part of the, like in the going back into the history, kind of a throwback thing. But other than that, they have very little value here on this demo. Now, music-wise, this Perished re-release is kind of dividing stuff. And by that I mean some of the riffs here are just great, they are really good, and some of them are really mediocre. And as a result of this is a kind of, how to put it, kind of a collector's item. It's not so much about a good album that you need necessarily in your Norwegian black metal collection, unless you're a Perished fan in the first place. This is more like a nice thing to have, kind of a cultural thing to get this release going. But it's not, you know, it's not one of those golden Norwegian releases. I'm talking about bands like Dark Throne, Mayhem, Burzum, and etc. So this one is more like the B class, if you know what I mean. This is a clear like Series A level releases, you know, like early Satyricon works or the bands I mentioned, and then there are the rest. This is more the rest case. It's kind of nice to hear this, but would I actually come back to this one later on? Nope, definitely not. Perished never made, in my opinion, a really good album. They always did quite nice, and maybe after a few albums they would have been really good, but in my opinion they quit before that ever happened. But obviously this is just my opinion, and if you happen to be one of those 1990s Norwegian black metal is the best thing ever happened in the black metal scene, then this is something you need to check out. I don't know if this is actually anywhere to be streamed. Might be on YouTube, but I don't think there is a Bandcamp having this one. Maybe later, I don't know, but seek and you will find, like the saying goes. So with this I'm kind of a divided. Perished is quite nice, but no cigar. So with that information, as I'm already suggesting, do what you will. If you need to take samples, Google, YouTube search and whatever, and you might find it. And if not, then put your money towards the Sinister Flame, the releasing company, and hope for the best. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Take care.